Hello, as I can here show you the Dora the Explorer and the letter H coloring here. As you see, is that letter H is for hyper seed, and you see is that right here is a tree that you saw from the previous letters such as G, B, and T and C that these mathematical numbers, which are calculated by the subtraction and addition, that the numbers that that equal to between 6 times 800 and along with the 300 and the times 650, it's like with like this chart right here that say the lines of a shape of a tree that you got the tree right here as the tree grows, and then it goes to down to the root is to where it's like so far as with the money right here that you say is counterfeit money. It's like more like it's like with the whole picture about counterfeit money is that it starts right here is to the point to where money that's not there yet until it grows, and then it starts sprouting, and then it forms a tree, and then that tree could also mean is plants such as what you call as sproutings of oranges and tomatoes, and along with some carrots. But other than gardening, it's like if you were to do a garden, or if you were to say is to go out and go fishing, it's like catch a fish, or it's like if you were to have it to you got a chicken farm, it's like so far with eggs right there. But a lot of times if you were to go to the grocery store or whatever it is, if you were to go to the grocery store, and then you would see that you buy some things, and a lot of times is it depend on where you buy some of the stuff here, like the oranges or the apples or whatever, that you'll be charged taxes. And a lot of times it's like tax 1 is like 6.35, 352, something like that, and then you got tax 1, tax 2. A lot of times it's like you have it to where one of them could be the state, or one of them could be the state, and the other one could be the government, and then along the store's taxes or whatever type taxes it is. But of course, it's like a number. A lot of this is what you call as a number of math. Is that so far with math, you got the nickels, and then along with the pennies, along with the dimes, and then the quarters. That it's like they all add up, and then whenever they all add up, that is whenever you have a what you call a savings right there. Is that the savings right there is if you were to save up so much money, and then with that whatever money that you save up, that you have it to where if you want one to spend it, is like cut a limb out the tree, and then allow it to sprout again. Is that you cut maybe a few limbs, or maybe cut the whole center part of the tree off, and then let it sprout again, wherever it is. But so far as hyper seed, you got backpack right here, and backpack would be carrying the big seed that would sprout as you plant the seed, and then you got the seed right there with the roots, and you say is that it's the seed right about where to grow about right here. Is that the counterfeit money would be at about right here, but let's say that the seed were about that deep into the ground, that more like that with money that's not even there yet, but then it would have to sprout. You get the roots right here. It's like say the teeny tiny. The teeny tiny stems, and it's like you get the roots right here, and then it grows into the ground, and then all it is whenever it sprouts. that a lot of times if the seed sprouts, and then you'd see, if I can remember right, that you get the roots grow outwards, and then it would sprout upwards towards the tree. And then it would grow underneath the ground, how far as counterfeit money, and then to whenever it grows upwards to form a tree. And say the money tree, and is like so far as money to save and spend for later. But you gotta have it to where if you were to add up all this money right here, the pennies and the nickels, and along with the dimes, and then the quarters, that you have it to where you got the penny roll right here. Fill up the penny roll, and a lot of times that they are equal to about. So you got $5 with the nickels, and then you have $10 or so with the pennies. Sometimes more than that. Say about maybe 100 pennies would equal to a dollar, or you say this that we add them all up, and it goes by, you say, is a decimal. That a lot of times that the penny roll would probably say it will probably need to be longer. That the shorter it is, and then the less it's going to be. And so far with the nickels, is you have it to where 5, or it goes by maybe 10, 5, 10, or which a lot of times with the nickels it goes 5 to 10, and I think. That the penny, the nickels holds like I think that holds 50 cents worth of coins right there, and then you got the dimes, and I think that the dimes holds about 50 as well, maybe $1 worth. I think it may be $1 worth of dimes, but anyway, you have the 5 right here. But either way, it's like you have the rolls right here, and if you were to count a number of them up, and then it would equal to right about to about 50 to 100 or something like that, and 50 to 10, $5 to $50, depending on how much you save. But the whole part about Dora the Explorer and that letter H is basically that the highest number that you want to count up is, let's say if I were to do the number right here, is that the highest number about how much money you want to save within the next 30 days. It is if you could collect amount of money, and then you would say this, you have it to where the measurement, you get the penny bank right here, and say that you want the line to go about right up here or right here, but you have it to where if you were to add that whatever money up that you save, however much money it's worth, that let's say that it could be see here. If you want to save up $14 within the first week, and then you want to save an additional $53 within that week, but then that may be a little bit hard to do, or maybe $1.15, something like that. Anyway, maybe if you want to save maybe 50 cents or something like that. But anyway, you got these different numbers right here. You got these different numbers that you would be able to make a money tree out of, and you got to have it where the seed would sprout, to make the tomatoes. But really, the thing is, I know about hyper seed is the fact about if you were to garden and catch the fish, or collect the eggs, or whatever you call it, chicken eggs, It's like you say this, some people may say, oh, it's a piece of cake.